All right, flipping it over to our Cleveland Guardians, some position battles here. Looking at that second base spot, hey, Schneeman's had the best spring training if you look at the numbers. 290, 984 OPS, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Worst one goes to Angie. 139, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, 490 OPS. Who's your opening day second baseman, Jack?
I mean, this was decided in November. It's going to be Gabriel Arias because he's out of options. He's going to have to take that starting spot. It's kind of weird. I've talked about it on the show a couple times now, but he usually has like a crazy hot spring and then cools off right as the games start counting. It's not happening that way this year, so maybe that'll help him out in the long run. But the weirdest thing about second base is if you had a gun to my head right now, I think you're going to platoon Arias and Schneeman to start the year. And a kind of funny thing about that is that they're both reverse splits guys, which for fans who might not know what that means is Schneeman is a left-handed hitter. We're probably going to start him against left-handed pitching. Gabriel Arias is a right-handed hitter. We're probably going to start him against right-handed pitching, which is kind of funny.
All right, looking at you gave out some dooms and booms, Jack. I kind of like this for spring training. Manzo gets a boom. Quine gets a boom. Jose's a notable good. Dooms, Seawald, Clase, booms.
Yeah, no, it's all the relief pitching. There's a lot of booms and dooms coming down.
Notable bads. You put notable bads. I like this. Slam Tana hitting 118, 4 for 34. Yeah, that's not going to cut it, Los.
No, it's not, but that's the one where I'm not really too worried about it because
he always starts.
Yeah, he always starts slow. He starts slow into April as well, so that's not a concern. But back up to that second base for a second. I want to get your guys' thoughts. How far away or what do you make of Juan Brito's spring so far? 4 home runs leading the team. Really good. Batting below 200, has 1 hit that's not a home run. Not very good.
Yeah, I mean, that's a Josh Naylor special. You hit bombs, but you suck. You have no discipline. So, I mean, you pick your poison.
I would like to see them figure out, though, Juan Brito. They've got in my mind, like loosely in my mind, I have a timeline between, June and end of August where I would like to know what he is.
Totally.
Because if Travis Bazzana's raking and if there's still no answer and if you're in a playoff, race hunt, this looks to be a season where you could do something, anything, I would like to go with what works and just go with either Brito, Bazzana, Arias. I would like to have all the options on the table. And if I don't see Brito at the big league level until September, I'm not going to get to know all of those options and which is best. I don't know if that's the wrong way of thinking about it, but that's how my brain has sorted it.
No, I totally agree because also you got to think you're coming up on the trade deadline in the late July and you're not going to have a great idea of what Bazzana is yet. So Brito's going to be the one who it's if he's ready to go, okay, yeah, we're going to hold on to him. Maybe we can move around, adjust. You can trade Angel Henao maybe or something because you think that you have your second base and shortstop locked up for the future. Move on from a top 5 prospect, go get a haul for the best starting pitcher available or something. But you can't if you don't learn about him because then you're stuck. Exactly. Totally agree.
Hey, Jonk hitting 286. That'll play. I'll tell you that will play for Big Christmas. Jack, all right, your Katy Perry Dark Horse 2025 debuts.
Oh, is that who we're ripping to? Oh, I had a bunch of stuff before that. That's cool, though. We can get into that.
No, please, take the floor.
No. That's all good. There's 3 guys who no one's talking about, not on the 40-man roster, who have come away with an awesome spring so far. Will Wilson, who can play basically second, short, third. Not the tallest dude, a little bit older. Probably, he's kind of like a Daniel Schneemann would be the best way to put it, except he's from the right side of the plate. So that could maybe be a move if for some reason Brito or someone of that ilk goes down the middle of the infield. Micah Prize is the weird one because he's been the odd man out of that first base, left field, right field race for about 4 different years. Now he's kind of always been stuck at AAA. A quad A player is what they call guys like him a lot, who's probably going to always be one of the best players in your lineup in Columbus, but probably will never break through and be a star at the major league level. So he's an interesting one to watch. And the last one, man, is CJ Kafis, the first base prospect, likely to debut at Akron this year, but he tore the cover off the ball in the at-bats he got this season. So man, that's a really weird one to watch out from as well, because I know that the organization values the power that CJ Kafis has. A lot of people think he has better natural power than Kyle Manzardo. So as much as I hate to say it, because I love Kyle Manzardo and he's having an awesome spring training, I'm a huge Manzo guy. If there's a world where he teeters and CJ Kafis is playing really good baseball in May and June, you might see a real quick flip there.
Hey, you want to take a very, very early victory lap on Logan Allen?
Yeah, absolutely. If I get that one in real quick. Logan Allen should be in that starting rotation to start the season. I don't think he's going to be still. I think they're still going to rock Lively and McKenzie. Ryan, could you read off Triston McKenzie? Can you read off the dooms for the starting pitcher's stats so far this spring?
I'd be honored. Dooms, Joey Cantillo, 11.2 innings pitched, 180 whip, 8 ERA. McKenzie, 11.2 innings pitched, 182 whip, 10 ERA. Or earned runs, excuse me. Luis Ortiz, 10.2 innings pitched, 2.06 whip, 15 earned runs. Slade, 5.1 inning pitched, 2.81 whip, 10 earned runs.
And by the way, these are like big dooms.
Big dooms.
No, these are really big dooms because you could have taken out Ortiz or Slade and put in Andres or Naylor. Yeah, no, these might end up being pretty bad dooms, fellas. Can you? And I don't know, like a good, like if you're below 1.3, like that's a solid whip. Like we have in the middle, there's Doug Nikhazy, who got rocked in his last start by the Dodgers, but was great all spring up until that. Like his whip is still in the middle, kind of there, stuck around 1.2, which is why he's not in the dooms. Those guys, like we're looking at guys who are giving up 2 base runners plus an inning. I mean, that Slade's not going to make it, but Ortiz and McKenzie are very likely to make your roster, and Cantillo might very well be the first guy off, and it is not very exciting to me to see all 3 of those guys not performing at all. But yeah, on the flip side of it, it's awesome to see LTA performing so far this spring because he had a great 2023, and he lost his confidence, couldn't find the strike zone last year, but for me, it was kind of weird to give up on a 25-year-old who had a great rookie year and 1 bad season, so I still see a lot of value in LTA.
You want to give out a big whip for Bibby and Gavin?
Well, yeah, we can for Bybee because his whip is below 1, so we can give him one of those for sure.
So is Gavin's.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, there we go. Two good whips to start off the year.
whips.
But, yeah, how about that bullpen, though? There's some booms and dooms there as well. Basically, if you are a left-handed pitcher fighting for a bullpen spot that the average public has never heard of before, you're having a hell of a spring training. I mean, we're talking about Kobe Allard, former first-round pick, was a Philly and a Ranger, I believe, for a couple of years. For him to fight his way, he's had an incredible spring, and now he's kind of the leader in the clubhouse, both theoretically and literally, for that last bullpen spot. So awesome for Kobe Allard, as well Andrew Misiazik, who I had a lot of hope for coming into last season.
Say that 3 times fast.
Andrew Misiazik. For him, was out all of last season. I was really hoping that he was going to compete for a spot in the pen last year before he got hurt. So him coming back, that's a name to watch now if he starts out strong in Columbus. And Tim Herron, also a strong spring. But, man, Paul Sewald for $7 million a year, he better not be having an 8 ERA when the season starts.
Hey,
that's all
chill.
I'm gonna
That's
tell
Bruce
you.
Drennan's guy, bro. Paul Sewald. He loved that acquisition.
Not my guy. And Class A, we gotta let's get those mentals back because Nick, we talked about it or Monday it was with him maybe. We gotta get those mentals straightened out if he's gonna be the Class A of old.
Gotta.
Yeah, that would be nice to have that, wouldn't it? All right, we got to take another break. We previewed the AL Central a while ago. We previewed the AL West. Time for the American League East. This one's actually interesting. No offense to the AL West, but this one actually will be probably a close race. Start to finish, we'll break that down when we get back here on The Big Factor.